all we can do is hope, and a couple of things. First of all, that and I'm sure he will, that Mark will have done his research and investigations into. He won't want to hand the club over to an unsafe pair of hands, that's for sure. Because, as I said before, whatever you criticise him of, he loves the club as much as any of us. So I'm sure he you know, it would almost be better, wouldn't it, if he was handing him over to some American, perhaps, who nobody's ever heard of, doesn't have a Wikipedia page, but is a multi-millionaire. Instead, unfortunately, it seems that it's being led by somebody who, as this with Donald Trump and Michael Jackson and the mafia, and also as owned 4 football clubs, or been involved with 4 football clubs to varying levels of success. As you say, he's done okay at 1 or 2. Most recently at Spal, I think they had points deducted last year for missed tax payments, and that was how he got his 3-month ban. And that's the most recent club he's owned. Read into that what you will. I'm sure Mark will do his due diligence and will not want to leave us in an unsafe pair of hands. Plus, then you've got the EFL, so they need to ratify any deal. And you would like to think, with Mark doing his own checks and the EFL as well, if they pass those, i.e., two lots of people looking at the investors, then you would like to think that it will be okay. But that's obviously happened at other clubs, and things haven't worked out. So it is a concern, and how rich is rich. I mean, you're right in that the Wrexham owners ridiculously well off. They've obviously had money for the documentaries. I don't know whether they've brought on other celebrities who've invested as well. And as you say, you've seen that the American football stars at Burnley and Birmingham. The fact that Altivest are looking for investors, but as I said before, just to acquire half of the club is interesting as well, because as I said before, who will have the other half? I don't know how that will work out. Okay, I think it was 47.5%. So whoever has the rest, unless there's some, I can't remember in the shares is, or whether that's still around, but whoever has the rest will have a higher percentage. So I don't know. Maybe Mark is thinking of selling the club or selling half of the club, and him becoming having a retirement and like a silent partner. So still involved, but from a day-to-day role, not doing much, and enjoying a well-earned retirement. There's just question marks and concerns, and we've heard of so many horror stories of investment coming along and it just not working out, and clubs going belly up, and then you hear stories of obviously the other way. It's just whether, me personally, I don't know if I would enjoy having a Wrexham style public kind of profile is the word I'm looking for, of all the documentaries, although I guess it would be interesting seeing what goes on behind the scenes, but all the documentaries and all the, celebrities in the COP and all that. I don't know if I would personally like that. I quite like going on a Tuesday night when it's drizzly and December and there's 5,500 there and we beat Grimsby 1-0 or whatever. That said, saying that a bit tongue in cheek, but that said, we all want success. And as I said before, if most people will measure success as results, and some of the best times of my life being a Tranmere fan have been celebrating promotions. So foreign investment is probably going to be realistically the most highest chance of success on the pitch happening. It's not guaranteed, but it's the most highest chance of it happening. So we probably have to go with it. But trust in Mark. Trust in the EFL. Keep fingers crossed that it will be okay. But just remember, fans will have to remember now that people criticise Mark a lot. but we were fortunate to have an owner who had the love of the club that we have. We won't have that anymore. It was this thing, and fans will have to accept that the owners they'll wear Tranmere tops in the stands and all that sort of thing, and they'll turn into fans, I guess they'll say, but ultimately they're there to seek a return on their investment. But that may well at the same time run parallel with success on the pitch, which ultimately is what we all want.